Finally, your $1,400 third stimulus check bill will be passed today. And then what happens? Well, the breaking news is that the bill will be passed in the Senate as early as the start of next week. And then you have a law. $1,400 stimulus check for individuals, $1,400 for adults, $1,400 for children, $1,400 for everyone else. Plus, there's about $5,000 in stimulus for all viewers of this channel generally, and in this video I'll explain where. Meantime, wow, the financial markets are all over the place today. The labor numbers came in insanely good. No one saw this happening. That caused the bond market to skyrocket. The Federal Reserve is under pressure to do something. Stocks are tanking. And now there's concerns that the growth across the economy has been misguided and actually is stronger than expected. Meantime, there is a new conference set for next week to discuss other legislative efforts. Will your other stimulus bills be in there? And what can you do? I have all the incredible, great details. It's a huge day. We're on the cusp of the debut of the new LALATE, and there's so much happening, and get ready to rock and roll. This is Afternoons LALATE. Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's Thursday afternoon, and I'm ready to surf into the weekend. Are you? Well, get ready to rock and roll. From Wall Street to Main Street, from my home to your home, welcome to Afternoons LA. Part of our afternoon schedule of programming. I'll be back with you on evenings LA. Because of a modified schedule today, I don't know if I'll be able to tape two other afternoon shows with you, but I'll certainly be back for evenings LA at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and certainly with Purple at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe because you don't want to miss a video. There's so much developing, and there's a lot of shocking developments in just 3, 4, 5 days. I've never seen an economy and a stimulus story change so quickly in just a short period of a few days. I'm very excited for you. Also, like this video. And if you're not become a member, consider becoming a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, Costino VIP. Thank you for all the incredible new members, the surge of membership, the surge of subscribers in the last few days, and we haven't even launched the new LLA. So I know you're going to have a lot of fun, a great viewing experience. You won't need a television, you won't need broadcast TV. You can just stay here and get informed, inspired, and educated. I have so much to go over in this recording. I'll be going over first the check, the routing times, the amounts. I'm going to cut back to Wall Street and go over what that impact is on your stimulus, especially for stimulus. I'm going to come then into the mix and explain why items that are not included in the third stimulus package could be the topic of discussion next Tuesday. A major conference is underway. I want you to be involved with that as well. And then I have more details across the board. So with that, let's get to the breaking news. The breaking news is you're going to have a bill. And you're going to have a passed bill, and you're going to have a law. Can you imagine? All the emojis I made for this channel are going to be irrelevant. It's not bill yet. Yeah, it's bill. It's not law yet. Oh, it's about to be law now. You're going to have to drop that donut pretty soon. The third stimulus package, the $1,400 third stimulus check bill or package will be passed by the House of Representatives this afternoon. It may even be passed by the time you see this recording. A taped recording. It will have a $1,400 stimulus check for individuals, for children, for adults, for adult dependents. Not taken out for child support, not taken out for debt collection, not taken out for back taxes. The $1,400 stimulus check will be the fastest thing delivered in the third stimulus check and third stimulus package to you. It will be automatic. You won't have to do anything for it. There one other item in the third stimulus package which concerns checks for children on top of that is also automatic. But everything else into the third stimulus package, you will have to apply for it. Now, the great news is that in this video, I'm going to show you that you generally can get about $5,000 to $10,000 of items for almost all viewers of this channel under certain circumstances right away in the third stimulus package, but they don't arrive right away, those other items. I'm getting to those in a second. But boy, so what's happening today? The House will approve the bill. As you know, 3 steps are required for a bill to become a law. House has to approve it, Senate has to approve it, President has to sign it. So when will the Senate have the bill? Monday. Now, why is there incredible great news across this channel in the last 24 hours? Not only because you're a new subscriber, not only because you're a new member, but because the Senate did a surprise. Did 2 time management surprises. I don't know who did it, but I want to just sort of kiss their feet. They did a great job. One, they brought their Senate subcommittees, which would normally take 2 weeks to work on the bill after it lands in the Senate, and brought them into the mix over the last 2 weeks, the past 2 weeks with the House, to work on the bill together as a team. They're done. Meaning the Senate, when the Senate gets the bill on Monday, is not sending it to subcommittees. It's not marking it up. It already did the markup already over the last 2 weeks. We're done, they claim in their reports. So that's the first thing. When the bill lands in the Senate, it'll be argued and then voted and done. Next thing that was really shocker is that by the end of this day, if not at the time of this recording, the Senate parliamentarian, who's a person, a long-time government official, neither Republican or Democrat, will decide the fate of the $15 minimum wage provision in the $1,400 third stimulus package. If she says goes out, it goes out, and the president has already said he's not going to fight for it. This is huge because this is also time management. She has agreed to do this determination this week, not next week, so that her whole situation is done, so claims the White House, by the end of this week. Again, no more arguing, no more battling. The bill is just ready for a vote and a signing. The Democratic leadership in the caucus has been aligned very well. Chuck Schumer, reportedly, the majority leader in the Senate, is working 48-hour days, that's what the quote is, in the last few days, to ensure all 50 of the Democratic senators will vote upon the bill in favor of it the minute it lands in the Senate. And there you go. So how soon could you actually physically see a bill turn to law? As early as next week, if everything goes as planned. Now, there's always that unknown, but that's where we are, the start of next week. How soon could stimulus checks go out? Under the second stimulus package, the one in December, Steve Mnuchin, then Treasury Secretary, was able to get the first set of checks out within about 3 days after it became law. And some viewers, about 100 viewers, got the check within within 24 hours after he sent out that check. The rest of the viewers got it 2 months later. So we just really don't know. This is Janet Yellen. This is not Steve Mnuchin. This is a different IRS, and it's the middle of tax season. So you could see the stimulus check coming out faster, more diligently, and more accurately this time, either by direct deposit or by paper check or by debit card. And you could see it potentially starting to go out as early as next week. Really incredible, great news. But what about the other items? More about that in a second. There's about $5,000 approximately you can get in the third stimulus check package. I'll detail those in a second. The day, however, really had everyone's head spinning left and right because no less than about 5 major economic forces hit left and right. And boy, if you're feeling a little dizzy, it's not, sit down because this one's a roller coaster. This is why you got to stay with me. This all impacts future stimulus. It impacts standalone bills of stimulus. It impacts your financial stability, which I know 2021 is going to be a great year for you. I'm very excited for you. Together as a family, I'm going to get you to a path of financial stability. You'll be cashing checks, not tracking checks. You will be more financially stable and ahead of the ball on money and not behind the ball waiting for checks. So this is what you need to know. Every Thursday morning, what's Thursday morning before sunrise? The new jobless claims. The new jobless claims. And you know where they all have been. They were 200,000 before the pandemic hit. New jobless claims for unemployment, 200,000 before the pandemic hit. Then it shot up to 1 million new jobless claims per week. It stayed a million for about 20, 30 weeks, then improved to 800, then then went up to 800. Last week it got worse. This week they were looking for 845,000 new jobless claims, 845. Where'd it come in at? 730. It beat the number by 150,000 jobless claims, meaning 150,000 less claims for jobs were filed last week than Wall Street expected. This was huge, big news. Now, you know, because I've educated you about the subject matter, is that long-term unemployment numbers are the single most important factor for determining future stimulus of this economy, whether it's the Federal Reserve doing its stimulus or the White House. We've heard these exact comments from Janet Yellen, Treasury Secretary to Joe Biden, and we've heard them also from Jerome Powell, Federal Reserve Chair. So what was that number, the long-term unemployment number? That improved dramatically. It dropped 100,000 people in 1 week, down to 4.42 million. Now, how low is 4.42 million? It's not a good number, but it's the best number since March 21, 2020. If you know the significance of March 21st of last year, it's the day after most states and cities and counties across the country went on lockdown. LA County, I specifically remember, it was March 20th was the lockdown date. The Midwest, a lot of Missouri went on lockdown around March 15th, March 20th, March 30th. So this is the best long-term unemployment number since the biggest date of the pandemic. So what did this do to the Wall Street? What did this do to the White House? What does this do to your stimulus? The news was so promising that the bond market, which concerns bonds, which concern mortgages and interest rates, went up. And if you look at the bond market's movement in the last 3 days, I mean, it's since the surfboard appeared. When the surfboard appeared, the bond market went up. No correlation? I think not. But the bond market has literally gone like this, straight up. It's like a bad San Francisco hairstyle. It's just going straight up to the sky, literally through the roof in just a few days. This is what Jerome Powell was asked about 2 days ago. He says, I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it. It's a movement. Wall Street doesn't buy it anymore. They think the movement is too severe, and it's not just in the United States. In Australia, the bond market is going through the roof as well. Interest rates nationally, worldwide, are going through the roof, which is requiring the U.S. Federal Reserve and other Federal Reserves to step in and do something. That doing something is less bolstering of the economy. Stock market crashed as well. So what does this mean about your stimulus? It means that when we're looking at the third stimulus package, the $1,400 third stimulus check package, it's going to pass. There's no procedural path to blocking it at this point. But the fourth stimulus check and fourth stimulus package, which is the recovery package, which has already been worked on by the president and the Speaker of the House, will have to get out relatively quickly. You're not going to see that sitting around for 4 months because this economy is roaring back. It's roaring back. So you could see the fourth stimulus package earlier than I ever thought. That's the good news. The backside of it is you may not see a fifth and sixth stimulus package if this economy continues to grow and rebound as quickly as the bond market looks at it. So it's a tug and pull. Earlier this week I said no, I said the opposite because the Federal Reserve said long-term unemployment numbers are not good and they're not improving, so we're going to be at this for a while. Wall Street's sort of saying the opposite now. So you can hear me giving a totally different narrative on the dynamics just every few days based upon how quickly this market's changing. That's where we are on that. So in the third stimulus check and third stimulus package, what are the items you can get? How much can you get? And how quickly can you get them? And what is automatic? What is not automatic? Who's eligible for this? Okay, get that pen and paper ready because I got a lot of stuff for you. First, if you're a member to this channel, you need, and if you're not a member of this channel, you're going to see why you need to be a member of this channel. In the third stimulus check and third stimulus package, the check is automatic. You got that. And the children's check, which I'm going to go over in a second, the $3,600 or the $3,000, those are automatic as well. But everything else, not automatic. And so you have to pounce. These programs are first come, first serve, meaning they don't have necessarily enough money for everyone. Meaning the first people who get in for the application are going to get paid and people who wait are not going to get paid, which translates as the following. If you don't know what the program is, if you don't know the eligibility of the program, if you don't know how to get the money, you're going to be waiting and guessing and learning about something too late in the progression while other people are already out the door with the cash in their hands. That's why you need to be a member. Also, subscribe to this channel. As you subscribe to this channel, I go over the details. I explain to you everything that's in here, so you pounce as a Purple Hawk. And if you want to really be a very good Purple Hawk, as a member, you get a copy of the bill, you go through the provision that applies to you and understand this is what I have to get. This is the eligibility criterion for me. This is where I get this is where I get the money. All right, let's get to the details. Yes, the children's check, 5 to newborn, is automatic. $3,600, paid $300 a month, starting the month of July. That's on top of their $1,400 stimulus check. Children 17 to 6 will get a $3,000 payment on top of their $1,400 stimulus check. That $3,000 paid $250 a month every month starting the month of July. Again, also automatic. The rest of this video, not automatic. You got to pounce. All right. College students, $1,700 of financial aid. Got to apply for it, plus the $1,400 stimulus check. Paid sick leave. If you suffer paid sick leave and have to stay home because of the pandemic, which, give it 2 months from now, paid sick leave may not be relevant because people are not getting as sick with COVID as before. It's sort of like we need paid sick leave back last year, and now we're doing paid sick leave when the pandemic's, when vaccination rates are going through the roof. Yeah, so things are sort of different. But paid sick leave, it's $1,400 a week based upon a $73,000 annual salary. So if you made less than $73,000, you would get less. If you have to stay home because you have COVID, or you have to stay home because a family member has COVID, or you have to stay home because a child's school is closed because of the pandemic, which is sort of not becoming a reality anymore either, as schools are reopening across the board. This is sort of one of those provisions you would have liked to have seen 6 months ago. Now it's sort of after the fact. It's a little bit late to the pony rides. But there you go, $1,400 a week for paid sick leave. Then the next one is rent if you're behind on rent for low income, rent if you're behind on low income, if you're behind on rent for middle class. Homeless people will be given rent to get into housing, and then mortgage assistance if you're behind on mortgages. And yes, that's privately held mortgages as well, not just Freddie and Fannie, not just federally backed mortgages. If you're wondering about other provisions, before I continue, those other provisions are not in there. If you're wondering, is there potential likelihood to push, as Purple Howard, to get those provisions in this third stimulus package bill? That window is now closed. The $1,400 third stimulus check bill is the bill you have as a member. The window has now closed. They did those negotiations between the House and the Senate subcommittees. They got it done. This bill is a finality. So SSI, SSDI, Social Security, Railroad benefits is not in this bill. It can go standalone. FPUC will be $400 a week from March to August. Your unemployment benefits of UI and PUA and PEUC will not lapse. They will just continue nonstop from March to August. What happens in August? We shall see. Then let's continue over to businesses. Businesses have 3 things. They have a new round of PPP. Of course, there is a PPP in the second stimulus you can get right now. There is a business grant of EIDL, more about that in a second, and there's a $5 million grant for restaurants up to $5 million. The EIDL is written in a way that says that basically anyone can apply for it as an existing business if they meet 2 criteria. 1, 10 employees or less, or 2, a decrease of your business by 50% because of the pandemic. It does not say you're excluded if you got a prior EIDL. Now, SBA could change that policy, but that's what it currently says. And there you go. That is your third stimulus check and third stimulus package. So many details already, 18 minutes of this video. Boy, what a blockbuster of a day. If you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Also, like this video. And if you're not become a member, consider becoming a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, or Calcino VIP. Stay informed, stay focused. I'll see you later on LALATE. Stay with me and stay with LA for more.